According to the Ontario Human Rights Commission's data on the EQAO, a large population of students fail to meet the provincial reading standards, with 1 in 4 students in grade 3 and 1 in 5 students in grade 6 failing to meet the standard. The statistics show a reading gap between boys and girls, as girls score approximately 10% higher than boys in both grades. Also, the data illustrates that factors such as race, gender, and socioeconomic status affect literacy levels. In particular, males who are Black, Indigenous, or from lower socioeconomic backgrounds are much more likely to fail to meet the provincial standards. On the OSSLT, only 50% of students with learning disabilities pass the first time. It is important to note that the EQAO and OSSLT are standardized tests and do not factor in language difficulties, learning disabilities, cultural differences, and other factors that affect a student's ability to test successfully, leading to controversies surrounding whether the test can accurately represent literacy levels. However, they contain some indication of who the literacy gap affects and what barriers are present to their learning. Lastly, with the recent de-streaming of grade 9 and 10 classes, educators face the challenge of catering to students of vastly different literacy backgrounds, which means that teachers must be able to use resources that will assist students who are not at the standard reading and/or writing level.
So now that you know a little about the issue of literacy gaps in Ontario, you may be asking, what is the solution for my grade 9 de-streamed English class? This is where Diffit comes in. Diffit is an AI-based online resource for students and teachers which can help accommodate students of all literacy levels. There are 3 main functions to Diffit: inputting a topic, inputting an article, and inputting text. Diffit uses AI technology to adapt your text resources to any reading level from 2nd to 11th grade. Diffit keeps the key points of your text while changing the sentence structure and vocabulary to be more simplified or more detailed and complex. On top of this, Diffit can create resources for you, such as quizzes and activities.
As an example, let's consider a lesson on foreshadowing. If I am struggling to generate my own materials at a reading level that is suitable for all students, I can turn to Diffit to help me adjust my language and comprehension questions. I open Diffit and type, "How does an author use foreshadowing to create suspense in a story?" and I start with a grade 9 reading level. Diffit provides an AI-generated passage on foreshadowing that defines it, explains why authors use it, and helps students identify it. It also provides a works cited list, a point form summary of the passage, a list of vocabulary words from the passage with definitions, and a selection of multiple choice, short answer, and open-ended questions. If I read the grade 9 material and see that it is not at some of my students' reading levels, I can adjust the reading level up or down as I see fit. Diffit creates a Google Doc with all of the material it generates at the reading level you request, and you can export as much of it as you want.
But what if I have my own text that I want to use? For instance, I want to use an article discussing high levels of screen usage designed for 10th grade English students in my grade 10 English class. However, not all of my students have the same reading proficiency. By inputting my text into Diffit, its AI could generate a new text with an identical message, yet adjust its vocabulary and length to better suit students reading at a specified lower or higher grade level. Moreover, it generates a summary, important vocabulary, as well as multiple choice, short answer, and open-ended questions tailored to the chosen grade level. After creating my adapted readings, Diffit provides me with the option to export the adapted reading passage, summary, vocabulary list, and the automatically generated questions into a Google Doc, Google Form, or as a PDF.